This is Cody from Cody's Bait and Tackle, Warsaw, Missouri. I'm back out here on Lake of the Ozarks chasing some catfish. It's been pretty good action. I got a planer board getting hit right now. It's got a big bait on it. Tried to shoot this video a minute ago and we had like 5 rods all get hit at the same time. Fishing on Truman is slowing down quite a bit. Crappie bite's still real hot. Shallow brush piles, 15-footer water less, mid-lake down to the main lake is where the bite is. Upper end I've been hearing is pretty slow. They're still catching some up there, but it's not on fire. Ain't much oxygen up there. Night and day difference from last week to this week on oxygen levels in this water. We've seen dead catfish all over this morning on Lake of the Ozarks. Big dead catfish because of lack of oxygen. One trout line I passed had one probably 30, one probably 40, and one I'd say mid to upper 50s on it. All dead as a doornail floating on top. There is no oxygen. The fish I was catching last week was all in 25 to 28 foot of water on bottom. This week there's fish there. They are suspended. Them fish wasn't down 4 or 5 foot in the water column. Makes it real hard to catch them when they're like that on rod and reel. You got to pull planer boards up high, which we threw out on some of them. We hit one. He hit it before it ever made it to bottom. Then we drug a little bit further, didn't catch anything else. So now I moved up on some 15 foot, less than 15 foot of water flats, and it is just steady action. Lots of action. But back to the Truman Lake fishing report. The crappie, like I said, they're shallower mud flats, around the trees, around the brush piles, kind of their pattern right now. Still catching lots of limits of them. Catfish, there's catfish still in up to 20 foot of water. Them fish aren't near as active as the shallower fish. If you can find some fish shallower where there's more oxygen, them fish are going to be a lot more active right now. Haven't heard much on bass. The hybrids and white bass this week have been really sporadic. They are there. They're in deeper water and they're shallow. Them fish, because of lack of oxygen again, most of the hybrids I've been catching this week are 2 to 5 foot deep in the water column. You cannot get a boat close to them. So if you're trolling, pulling deep divers, stuff like that, you are probably not going to catch any fish. These fish are very shallow. Oh. Got a rod trying to go there. I've been having to mark them schools of fish and get way off to the side of them, mark them with side scan, try not to get even remotely close to them, and then cast at them. That's the only way I've been able to catch the hybrids this week. Bite's been really good. They're just very spookish. Kind of hard to stay on if you get any boat traffic at all. But they are still there. Catfish on Truman, I've caught a lot of catfish this week. Shallow right there with the hybrids. Not a lot of oxygen. If you guys are running jugs or trot lines or any of that this weekend or probably for the next month, check them lines every couple hours. Your fish will be dead. Upper end of the lake, they're going to be real shallow. That thermocline is going to be really shallow. I wouldn't run lines over 5 or 8 foot deep on the shallow end of the lake right now. The main end of the lake, I would say anything over about 15 foot of water right now, you're going to be having fish die if you're not checking them every couple hours. I'm going to flip this camera around here and you guys can kind of see some of